Sharpen those skates and warm up the pipe organ, because it's time to hit the ice for ice hockey. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. Instead of a group stage like we had in this event back in 2018's Marble League, instead it's going to be an elimination bracket seeded based on where you are in the overall championship. So the Oceanics, for instance, are going to be number 1 taking on 16, 2 takes on 15, and so on as they move down the order. Then through the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and then into the medal rounds. You'll notice the ball bearings out on the course. Those are the pucks that have to be knocked into the goal. If the marbles themselves go in, that doesn't count. It has to be the pucks. Down they come onto the ice for the first time, advancing into each other's zones. Good save on the left side by the goalie for the Oceanics. You'll notice that snap. Each goalie controls a magnet. So watch on the left side here as one of these pucks bounces off one of the Chocolatiers and then gets gathered in. Good save by the number 1 seed goalie. Second period, they switch sides. Down they come, solid impact over to the right side there. Watch on the left, they're curling in, nothing there. Oh, just stopped on the edge of the crease. Otherwise, the Oceanics might have put one in. Chocolatiers went straight into the Oceanics goal. That does not count. So we're going to overtime, by the way, against the number 1 seed. Could we have an upset brewing? Chocolatiers come down, trying to upset. Look on the left side there. One of them's going to go in. Yes, it will! The Chocolatiers have knocked off the number 1 seed. One and done. They thought everything had settled, and then that little cheeky shove by the Chocolatiers puts it into the goal. And here I spent all this time writing out permutations for the Oceanics. Instead, the door is wide open to the rest of the field. Crazy Cat's Eyes and the Raspberry Racers. Another good save there on the left side by the Crazy Cat's Eyes. 2 pucks sit just adjacent to the Raspberry Racers' goal after their goalie was knocked off the pedestal. And here came a puck over there. Raspberry Racers just not in position. So they switch sides here in period 2. Down they come. Oh, another impact to the goalie. Watch on the right side there. 1, 2 of them are going to get in. Raspberry Racers score. Crazy Cat's Eyes had tried to set up the block, but 3 Raspberry Racers converged around the goal. The goalie was helpless to stop it. Nice little slap shot there. The Rangers and the Pinkies. Onto the ice. Across the midline. Oh, one of them gets in behind the Rangers goal. Pinkies have a couple that are just perched on the edge precariously behind their own goalie. Oh boy, that is very close, but a nice shot to put the Pinkies on top. Let's switch sides for period 2. Down they come in a collision to the side. Oh, nice one-timer. Gets by the Pinkies. 2 more are going to go in. And the Rangers come from behind victory. 3-1. Watch that great impact shoot right by the goalie. And then they bump it in. I actually wondered if that first goal was an own goal for the Rangers, and they made up for it. Left nothing to doubt. Minty Maniacs and the Midnight Wisps. Minty Maniacs can still win this Marble League. Puck's headed off to the side. One of them gets in behind the Wisps. And is that where we stay? I think so. Not many pucks were even dislodged that time. Many went over to the far edge of the ice before advancing across the blue lines. Maniacs hold a 1-0 lead. Good hit here. One of them goes in, bounces to the side. We've got a tie game. No, one more goes in. The Minty Maniacs have the lead. And that will get them the win. It did. It bounced in just behind the goalie. Helpless to stop that one. You got to watch these all the way to the end. The goalie, that's doubly tough because you're watching several different projectiles coming at you. One of them's going to sneak in. 2. Can we get 3? The goalie's knocked off over there on the far side as the Snowballs, an all-out 3 marble attack into the zone. And they got 2 of them in. Ooh, blocked actually one of their own. Look at that, the Thunderbolts coming in, almost shoving the goalie back into the crease and saying, block one. Too little, too late. And the Thunderbolts get back at him. One of them's in for the Thunderbolts. Are they going to knock another one in? Does it have enough? No! It just holds on the edge. Oh, that was so close. Snowballs actually blocked their own marbles, but watch up top there. That 3 marble train I thought was going to get that one in, but not quite. Snowballs advance. Green Ducks and the Savage Speeders. Down they come on the ice. A couple are dislodged. Watch on the left side. It goes in. And Savage Speeders lose one on the far side, too. Watch there on the right. That was the first one to go in. And just there on the left, crosses the goal line. And we're knotted 1 apiece. Green Ducks and the Speeders. Top one here. Nice one-timer comes across. But look at this. Another one goes in right at the end. It's a lot to take in, I realize, but the Savage Speeders have a 4-2 win. I'm so caught up with that beautiful strike to begin the entry onto the ice that pucks were still flying. And that is the match. Hazers and the Balls of Chaos. Hazers have a good chance to win this as well. Or left side, a couple of marbles in. One of them curls underneath the goalie for the Hazers. But so does one on the far side for the Balls of Chaos. Oh, it got behind the defense. They couldn't catch up. One of the Balls of Chaos was actually in position to knock it out of the zone, but couldn't get there in time. 1 apiece in the second period. One streaks past the Hazers. Good save by the goalie. And that makes a big difference because one went in on the other side too. Were it not for this late save, watch on the right there, grab it there, the Hazers would have lost this match. Instead, we're going to overtime. Hazers and the Balls of Chaos. Balls of Chaos and the Hazers. And another one gets past for the Balls of Chaos. And they, oh, hold on. It's tied. Oh my gosh, late pucks going in made all the difference. There, right there on the right, was the one that ended up sending us now to a second overtime. No shootout. It's sudden death. Ship a puck to the left side, gets behind Balls of Chaos, it goes in. Hazers have scored 4. That is tremendous. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 get in. And that was a brilliant offensive effort. The Hazers advance with momentum, I might add. Speaking of things that start in Mo, Team Momo and Team Galactic. Oh, 2 of them get in for Galactic on the left side. Momo was trying to scramble down there, but look at this, plowing the way in front of them. That one Team Galactic member sealed off on the far edge of the blue half circle to prevent the defenders from stopping it. Momo have to play catch-up. Can they do it? One's in for Galactic. None will go in for Momo. Back Galactic. Momo sent everybody down to the left side there. They really tried to crash the goal, and it didn't work. I think more Marble League events should have an organ. All right, quarterfinals. The upset-minded Chocolatiers, the 16 seed, will advance. So where does everything fall out? The Oceanics fall down to 10th. So Hazers or Rangers, Minty Maniacs can all win it. You notice that a couple of other teams over there can also still make the podium. Chocolatiers and Raspberry Racers are headed down. Good impact here, sends 2 pucks to the left side. Good block first. It's going to hang on the edge of the goal, and 2 of them are not going to go in. Look at this. 4 of them were behind the defenders. 4 pucks. 1, 2, 3, 4 sneaks around, but none of them went in. The shots were just a little bit amiss for the Racers. Second period. Goalie's knocked off on the right side. Everybody heads down to the other end. The goalie still manages to stop for the Racers, but the Chocolatiers do get one in. And we're tied and going to overtime. Good save there. Oh, it was a save, actually, that knocked the Racers goalie off. Still managed to make it. Here in sudden death overtime, who advances to the semifinals? Left side, 2, 3 of them go in for the Raspberry Racers. Watch this, 1, 2, 3 of them drop through. I think 1 did get in on the other side too. Not that it mattered. Great effort there. Oh, Rangers and Minty Maniacs working through the quarterfinals. Ooh, some good cross checks down and the midpoint of the ice. But 2 goals are going to get in behind the Minty Maniacs. Make that 3. How did the O'Rangers do it? They actually dropped back defensively and only sent 1 into the offensive zone. And somehow that diversion drew some of the defenders elsewhere, and that freed up the ice. Well, the Minty Maniacs get snookered on this one. They knock the goalie off. They do get 1 in, but only just. It's not enough. The O'Rangers will advance and still have a shot. Snowballs and the Savage Speeders. Match 3 of 4 in the quarterfinals. Puck's headed off to the far side. Marbles in each goal. At least in on the left side goal. They're going to score 2 on the Snowballs. How did the Savage Speeders do it? A hard hit from the side there. Curls it around behind. Ooh, another one nearly comes streaking across. The goalie had an eye on that one. But it's 2-0 headed into the second period. Snowballs. They attack and then drop back defensively, but still let 1 in, and it becomes 3-0. The Savage Speeders score 3 while the goalie pitches a shutout. Final match of the quarterfinals. Hazers and Galactic. They mostly miss each other, but send pucks down on both ends. But look at the defensive bunches that stop any pucks from going in. Upper right there, they actually have a trio of pucks that were stopped. Galactic had their goalie dislodged, but then actually went to that side anyway because wanted to provide some extra support. And we remain scoreless. Second period is go. Now they come pucks to the far side, curling in. Will it get behind the goalie? No, but on the right side it does. Galactic sneak by 1-0. They gave up fewer goals than the Snowballs and Minty Maniacs, and in fact, probably guarantee that they'll be on the final podium in the overall standings because of it. Gallant efforts, even among the teams left in the quarterfinals. Now only the O'Rangers can take the championship from the Oceanics. If the O'Rangers get a podium, they are guaranteed a final podium. But who gets the overall win? Raspberry Racers and the O'Rangers trying to carry some of this momentum in. Good block by the O'Rangers on the left side. Oh, wait, it was an inadvertent block, I should say, because that's their end of the ice. Instead, 2 of them are going to go in on the far side. The Rangers goalies just couldn't hold on, and 2 of them go in. The Rangers have to catch up here. What can they do? They're going to... Oh, good save by their goalie. They get one in on the far side, but not enough. The Raspberry Racers still knock one by. The O'Rangers are going to be beaten. That means the Oceanics still win. Oh my goodness, they aren't even in this particular round, but the Oceanics are going crazy. Well, now the last question is, who gets gold? Savage Speeders and Team Galactic in the second semifinal. And we get a goal on the right side there. 1-0, the score after the first. A difficult event to keep your eye on from a fan standpoint or a commentator, much less for the goalies out there. What an effort that some of these goalies have put up to block some shots. 1-0, Savage Speeders. Galactic need at least one of these pucks to go in. They're going to get one, they're going to get 2, they're going to get 3. But Galactic also pitched in a couple. We are tied. Ready to head into overtime. Sudden death. 3-3. Savage Speeders and Team Galactic. Onto the ice they come. Knocks to the side. Good save by the goalie, but still one gets by on each side. And it's 4-4. Look at the Savage Speeders goalie here. Gets hit by his own player. Still manages to stop the shot, but then one of them trickles in at the end. Look at how many pucks, by the way, on the right side there are behind the Team Galactic goalie, but did not go in. Second overtime. One streaks past Team Galactic, and Savage Speeders will advance. Speeders also managed a good save by their goalie. Watch this on the right there, grabbed it. Ooh, nearly let one get by, but the damage had already been done on the other end. We now know who's going to make it to the finals and the third place round. Remember, the Rangers, if they do make it on the podium, I believe can still get third place in the overall standings. Yes, they can. This is as it stands right now. Boy, Galactic are visibly exhausted. 2 overtimes to their credit. How's this going to affect them going head-to-head with the O'Rangers right here? The O'Rangers, 2 of them fall back, 3 of them fall back on the defensive side. Good save by their goalie. And on the other end, their offensemen were superb. 3-0. Just one offensive player heading down that way. The rest had dropped back to try to defend. And that worked out pretty well. I think they knew that the attack was probably not coming from Team Galactic just because they're tired. But can they muster it together here in the second? They knock the goalie off for the O'Rangers, and 2 more get in. 1 on each side, and it will be 4-1. O'Rangers capture the bronze, and in doing so, by my calculations, they are going to be runner-up in the overall Winter Marble League standings. So now, the Raspberry Racers or Savage Speeders. Gold on the line, as well as 4th place in the overall standings. Oh, 2 streak in behind the Savage Speeders. 3 of them. We've got 3 goals behind the Savage Speeders goalie. I think 1 goes in on the other side. So watch on the right side there. The Savage Speeders goalie can do nothing to stop those 2, 3 from getting in. Over on the other side, 1 of them gets past. And now they're going to have to dig deep, the Savage Speeders. 3-1. And are they going to be able to do it? The Raspberry Racers are going to score 1. And that extends the lead and gives the Raspberry Racers the gold medal. That match was not as close as we expected. The Raspberry Racers win the final event of the Winter Marble League. Gold medalists in front of the silver medalist Savage Speeders, and the bronze to the O'Rangers. The Racers will jump up the standings quite a ways after that. They deserve it. But overall, not even the ocean freezes in the wintertime. The Oceanics win the Winter Marble League. This Marble League does come to an end, but we can announce before the closing ceremony that the 2nd season of Marbula 1 will resume soon. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and congratulations to the redemptive Oceanics.